The buyer has ghosted us. We received a full price all cash offer within 10 days of the house being on the market. We received and accepted an offer on Thursday. We received another offer on Friday, but held off given the acceptance of the other offer. Inspection was scheduled and completed on Wednesday. The buyer was supposed to show up to the inspection to pay the inspector and give his realtor the earnest money deposit. He never showed and has pretty much ghosted us and his realtor. The second offer is no longer interested. What are our options? Can we sue the buyer? So if the seller and the buyer actually had a ratified contract, meaning both sides signed and agreed to terms, then yeah, the buyer could be in default here. Real estate contracts are full of deadlines. Earnest money, inspections, deposit, they're not suggestions. They are requirements. So when you blow right past them, you are risking putting yourself in breach. Now, before anyone jumps into can we sue the buyer territory, listen, I am not an attorney, so I'm not giving legal advice here. But in general, when a buyer defaults, a seller can talk to a real estate attorney about pursuing damages or enforcing the contract. Whether it's worth it depends on the contract terms, the state, and the cost of going after them. What I will say is this is exactly why earnest money exists. It's there to show the buyer's commitment and to give the seller something to fall back on if that buyer bails. But if the buyer never delivered that earnest money, that complicates things. So what options do we have? Honestly, at this point, the seller needs to loop in their agent, review the contract timelines, and have their agent coordinate with a real estate attorney to figure out the cleanest way to move forward. Sometimes that means releasing the buyer for breach and putting the home back on the market. Bottom line is, if you sign a contract, meet your deadlines. Ghosting is not a real estate strategy.